So the kind of final video of the Legendary Hero decks series that I'm just kind of doing, just having a look through these cards and kind of giving some thoughts on the deck. So yeah, technical issues. I've done the unboxing already, but I've just kind of gone back through it. So yeah, forgive me for that. But yeah, can't be helped. So we've got Evil Swarm Nightmare, which yeah, I mean he doesn't look like a Resident Evil villain, but he sounds like one. That's for sure. So you've got two level 4 dark monsters. When your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach one material from this card, change that special summon monster to face down defense position. Not bad, but this card is, you're not going to play it in attack mode. It's very weak. You got Evil Swarm Thanatos, which is once per turn, quick effect. You can detach one material from this card. This face-up card is unaffected by other monster effects this turn. Not bad. Quick effect, especially if your someone's target this monster with an effect, you can just use the quick effect and it will chain, and your quick effect will basically stop their monster's effect, which is quite good. Two level 4 dark monsters, a lot stronger, 2350. Yeah, nice looking card as well. Looks like something like Skyrim. Let's see, Levia, the Sea Dragon. So two level 3 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, then target one banished level 4 or lower monster, special summon that target to the field. So not bad, depending on how the banishment's going, I guess. But yeah, detach one monster, then target one level 4 or lower monster. So yeah, pretty good. Xyz monsters, they don't have levels, they have ranks. So it's the 4 rank and 3 rank. So it's, you can't, unfortunately, you can't bring back one of your banished Xyz monsters. But yeah, you got Dante, Traveller of the Burning Abyss. Big Dante, he's travelled far and wide, but he's not Devil May Cry's Dante, because he would have a lot more attack points. So, let's see, we'll get a closer look at this card. There's once per turn, you can detach one, so two level 3 monsters, detach one material from this card, choose a number from 1 to 3, send that many cards from the top of your deck to your graveyard. Until the end of this turn, this card gains 500 attack for each card you sent to the graveyard. If this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one Burning Abyss card in your graveyard. Except this card, and actually I'd say not bad. Send 3 cards to the grave, this card gains, 1500, 2500. Then it'll switch to defense mode, and it kind of protects itself a bit. So, yeah, Dante, being tricky, Royal Guard, yeah, he's no joke. Dark Requiem, Xyz Dragon. So this card is kind of jokes, and I'll tell you why. It goes 3 level 5 monsters, and then it goes if this card has Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon as a material, it gains these effects. But how would it have? This is the bit where the game kind of doesn't make sense. Because if you look at it, it requires 3 level 5 monsters. If you look at Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, it's a rank 4. So it kind of doesn't make sense. I know in the game it allows you to do it, but yeah, it's weird. But this card, anyways, whilst it's got Dark Rebellion Xyz as material, once per turn, detach one material from this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change its attack to 0, and if you do, this card gains equal attack to that monster. So imagine you've got a strong monster like a Blue Eyes White Dragon or something, and then this guy's like, nah son, not today. Yeah, when this card activates, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, broken. Quick effects are broken. Detach one material from this card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. You can then special summon one Xyz monster from your graveyard. Yeah, I guess you could use that if it's on your last one. Use this effect, then get rid of your Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon as material, and then bring your Xyz Dragon back. Talking about your Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, 2 level 4 monsters, detach 2 materials from this card, target one face-up monster you control, its attack becomes half its current attack, and if it does, this card gains that lost attack. So you can tell obviously the Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon's a lot better, or Dark Requiem, sorry, Xyz Dragon, but this card is decent. I like this one. It's one of my favourite cards in the series. Not because it's card effects, I think Clearwing Synchro Dragon's a lot better, but just because Yuto's the boy, he did not get the respect. Phantom Knights of the Cursed Javelin. So this is the final Xyz card I think in this deck. 2 level 2 monsters. You can detach one material from this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, until the end of this turn. Change its attack to 0. Also negate its effects. Oh, come on, guys. Yeah, this is kind of broken. Detach 1, so you get 2 of these shots really. This is a quick effect. This card has the Phantom Knights card. Has a Phantom Knights card as material. You can only use this effect of Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin once per turn. I mean, come on. If someone's going to try and attack you, you can use this card as a quick effect, detach it, and then make their card's attack become 0 and negate its effect. It's so good. This one's got a whole paragraph, so let's have a look. You got 2 of these. The Phantom Knights of the Wrong Magneteering. See, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, negate that attack, and then special summon this card in attack position as an effect monster with the following effect. This card is not treated as a trap card, so they can't Mystical Space Typhoon it. You can send this card and 1 face-up card you control to the graveyard, either a Phantom Knights monster or a Phantom Knights continuous trap card. Draw 2 cards, so not bad at all, and you get 2 of these as well, so you can do this twice, really. I think it stops a direct attack. No, you can stop an attack. That's pretty good. The Phantom Knights of Lost Vambrace. So target 1 monster on the field. If this card is still face up on the field, the Phantom Knights monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So also that card loses 600 attack. So 1 face up card. If this card is still on the field, the Phantom Knights monster, it's okay. Also its level becomes 2. The effects of this last until the end of this turn. Then special summon this card in defense position as a normal monster. So okay, fine. You get a boost and you get this card as a level 2 monster, which, because there's so many trap cards, you compare them together and start Xyz summoning off the back of using trap cards, which is mad. Let's see, this is like Odine's deck on steroids. That's what this is. The Phantom Knights of Tomb Shield. Special summon this card in attack position as a normal monster. This card is not a trap card. When summoned, during your turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your deck, then target 1 face-up trap card your opponent controls, negates its effect till the end of the turn. So it's not bad. See, during your turn, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard. So it's a trap negation from the grave, which is quite good. The Phantom Knights of Dark Gauntlet. So see, target 1 Phantom Knight Speller trap card from the graveyard, from your deck to the graveyard. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack while you control no cards, and this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card as an effect monster, but banish it when it leaves the field. This card is not treated as a trap card. If summoned in this way, it gains 300 defense for each Phantom Knight spell and trap card. You're going to be counting for days using this deck. Counting for absolute days for which, for what Phantom Knights you've got in the grave, but it's decent. See, declares a direct attack, so situational a bit, and you control no cards. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to control trap cards, but it's a last ditch. It's a last ditch card. The Phantom Knights of Shade Brigandine. Special summon this card in defense position as a normal monster. This card is not treated as a trap card. If you have no trap cards in your graveyard, you can activate this card once it was set. See, so what's this do? Special summon this card in defense. So if you control no traps, you can straight special summon it. If not, you wait until next turn. Yuto in the anime did some nasty work against what's his name, man? Silvio. Oh, Silvio got the business. There's 2 of these cards. These cards are quite good. These are the ones he used. Target 1 face-up monster you control. It gains 300 attack and defense. When an opponent declares a direct attack while this card is in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. If special summon this way, banish this card when it leaves the field. I mean, this card's pretty decent because it's got a secondary effect. There's a whole set of these that have these kind of effects. They're good cards. Good cards. Let's see, Phantom Knight's Wing. Target 1 face-up monster on the field. It gains 500 attack. Also, the first time it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, this turn is not destroyed. Let's see. It doesn't say it's an equip card, so let's see. It's not destroyed. Banish this card from your graveyard. Target 1 Phantom Knights monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use. So I wonder if this is. Let's see. It gains 500 attack. Also, for the first time, it'd be destroyed by battle or card effect. this turn is not destroyed. So I think it's only a temporary 500 point boost, but you do get the added protection of it can't be destroyed this turn, which is better than something like, say, Kunai with a Chain, despite Kunai with a Chain having a secondary effect. You got Phantom Knight's Sword. So activate this card by tributing one face-up monster on the field. It gains targeting, sorry, not tributing. Also, if that card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. It's good. When it leaves the field, destroy this card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target one Phantom Knights monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So again, that's pretty decent. These two cards are good. 800 points, decent equipped card with a secondary effect. Can't ask for much more than that. Decent secondary effect. So you got Phantom Knights of the Fogblade. So activate this by targeting one effect monster on the field. Negate that face-up monster's effects. That face-up monster cannot attack. Also, monsters cannot target that face-up card for attacks. When it leaves the field, destroy this card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Phantom Knights monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use the effect. So you target one card in the field and negate its effect, and it cannot be targeted for attacks. When that card leaves the field, this card is also destroyed. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target the Phantom Knight monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's pretty decent. Again, it's built around comebacks. It's built around the Phantom Knights cards. So you will run out of options unless you've got something to bring your banished cards back. But it's better than running out of options straight away. When your monsters first get sent to the graveyard. Dark Eruption, target one monster with dark monster with 1500 or less attack points. Add that to your hand. Not bad. Reinforcement of the army, add one level 4 or lower warrior monster from your deck to your hand. Decent. Foolish Burial, send one monster from your deck to your graveyard. Fine. Monster Reborn, special summon one. Target one monster in your either player's graveyard, special summon it. Good. Classic Dark Hole. It looks like they've added more staple spell cards, which they stopped doing for a while. Like these kind of really easy and basic spell and trap cards that aren't super card specific. Like there was some of the newer structure decks is all built around like the Albaz one, where people certain people on the internet rated it, but it's very Albaz specific. No generic spell and trap cards, which I found very frustrating to use. I was not a fan of the Albaz deck. See, Phantom Knight's Spear. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a Phantom Knights monster you control, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent immediately after it resolves. If a dark monster on your field will be destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect, banish this card from your graveyard instead. See, each time your opponent's trying to do something that activates a card that targets the Phantom Knights monster you control, inflict 500 points of damage, and that's a continuous, so that will keep going, even if your opponent keeps trying to use spell cards or effect spell or trap cards to destroy your Phantom Knights cards. So you got the Phantom Knights rank up magic launcher. So during the main phase, target one dark monster you control with no material. Special summon from your deck one dark Xyz monster as one rank higher than that monster you control by using it as an Xyz material. If you do, attach this card as additional material. This card is treated as an Xyz summon. Transfer its material to the special summon monster. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Dark Xyz monster you control, attach one Phantom Knights monster. So this is the card you can use, or these two are the cards you can use to get your Xyz Rebellion Dragon to become the Xyz Requiem Dragon, something like that, the ones we looked earlier. So this is how you would do it, I guess, with the rank up cards, which is quite good. Again, decent cards. Quick plays as well, so you can make your move and then you can do it. This one, Effect Veiler, which someone used against me in Mastered All but didn't do anything, which was weird. Let's see, during your opponent's main phase, you can discard this card. Let's see, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate the effects of that face-up monster on your opponent controls to the end of its turn. So it's weird. It's an effect negation card. Decent. Cock-a-doodle-doo. This one's a jokes card. So if there are no monsters on your field, you can special summon this card, but it comes out as a level 3. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no cards, special summon this card from your hand as a level 4 monster. If this face-up card would leave the field, banish it instead. So decent. Yeah, it's a decent card. I like it. It's a tuner as well, so you have options. Kage Muncher Knight. Let's see. When this card is normal summoned, can't read that. Sorry. When you normal summon a level 3 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cannot be used as synchro material. That one's fine. You can use that one for an Xyz for level 3. So yeah, definitely level 3 Xyz summon that one. This looks like a Yusei Fudo card. Junk forward. See, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So yeah, special summon this card and then summon another level 3 monster, and you've got Xyz cards. Let's see, Hollow Twin Twister. Discard one card, target up to 2 spell or trap cards on the field, destroy them. Quick play as well, nice. Even the quick play sign is hollow, and the attribute thing, which you got to respect that. Here we've got these where the hollows are: the Phantom Knights of Beast, see, of Breaksword. The only bad thing about hollows, you can't really see what the writing says through the camera. Let's see, 2 level 3 monsters. Detach one material from this card. Target one monster your opponent controls. Destroy them. If this Xyz card is destroyed, you can target 2 Phantom Knights monsters with the same level in your graveyard. Special summon them and increase their levels by 1. Also, you cannot special summon the monsters for the rest of the turn except dark monsters. So what you want to do with this one is, see, if this card is destroyed, target 2 Phantom Knights monsters with the same level. So you can bring back 2 level 3 Phantom Knights monsters, and then you can Xyz summon your Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, for example. Or if you have a 3rd level 5 monster, which I don't think there's a lot of those, you can do the Requiem Dragon. But yeah, nice. Let's see, the Phantom Knights of Mistclaw. I think these are probably, in terms of aesthetics, these are incredibly nice, like well-drawn cards. And I was worried it would get some waifu card after I said that, but didn't happen. Target one of your banished, the Phantom Knights monsters. Add it to. So this is where you can add some of your banished cards that have gone when you try and protect yourself desperately. So it's pretty good. When your opponent's monster declares a direct attack while this card's in your graveyard, target 1 level 4 or lower Phantom Knights monster in your graveyard. Special summon that monster, and if you do, special summon this card as a normal monster with the same original level as that monster. I mean, yeah, this one's good. Yeah, target 1 banished monster, add it to your hand. When your opponent declares a direct attack, target 1 level 4 or lower Phantom Knights monster in your graveyard, special summon it. So you can really get 3 cards with this one. Your banished card, add it to your hand. Your graveyard card, straight to the field. And also this card. The problem is your opponent's most likely going to destroy it because these cards are weak as hell. But yeah, at least you can protect yourself from a direct attack. Unless they have Pentrip damage, which bad news. Which bad luck, Ryan. I'll put Rescue Ferret, which has a really long effect. Shuffle this card you control into the deck. Special summon 2 monsters from your deck except Rescue Ferret, whose levels total 6. So you got 2 level 3 monsters, for example. To your monster zones, a link summon points to, so you need a link summon to activate this card, really. But those special summon monsters have their effects negated and destroy them at the end phase. So realistically, you need the link monster to summon this card, or to really use this card, which is a pain, because it is a good card, but that sucks. Blue Mountain Butter Spy. Let's see, so it cannot be normal summoned set. Let's see, yeah, better look at this one. See, when you normal summon a warrior monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cannot be used as synchro material, which is fine because we don't have any synchro cards in this deck, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, not bad. Pretty good. Level 4 warrior. So, here we have a level 4 warrior, Armageddon Knight. Let's see. When this card is summoned, you can send 1 dark monster from your deck to your graveyard. It's fine. The Phantom Knights of Fragile Armors. See, if a face-up Phantom Knights monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, send 1 Phantom Knights card from your hand to your graveyard, draw 1 card. You can only use the effect of Phantom Knights Fragile Armor once per turn. So even though this card's in your graveyard, you can still keep using its effect, which is quite good if you're desperately searching for cards. Let's see. Oh, sorry, you can't, because you have to banish it. So yeah, you can use it once, really. But let's see, from your card, draw 1 card. So yeah, it's fine, I guess. Decent. It's probably a Yu-Gi-Oh card. The card description is so immense. The Phantom Knights of Cloven Helm. If a Phantom Knights card is sent to your graveyard, this card gains 500 attack points, which is fine. let's see, you can banish this card from your graveyard during the end phase and of this turn. Add one Phantom Knights card from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use the effect of the Phantom Knights once per turn. So banish this card from your graveyard during the end phase. Add one Phantom Knights card from your graveyard to your hand. So not bad. You get rid of these two potentially and recycle your cards. So you can use it to get itself back. Yeah, I suppose if you got both these in the graveyard, you can use one to get the other back, which would be an interesting strategy. Here we have the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. See, if this card is in attack position, target one dark monster on the field, change this card to defense position, and if you do, that monster gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. But you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand, except the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. So realistically, you can summon this card, target one dark monster on the field, and then you can give it 800 points, and this card goes into defense mode. So again, pretty good. The Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. See, a Dark Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field gains this effect. If it is Xyz summoned, it gains 1000 attack points, really good. You can banish this card from your graveyard, send one Phantom Knights card from your deck to your graveyard. So it's okay, it's good. If you use that to Xyz summon. Let's see, the Phantom Knights of Silent Boots. So this guy's some sort of ninja. If you control a Phantom Knights monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon the Phantom Knights of Silent Boots once per turn this way. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Phantom Knight spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So yeah, it's a pretty decent special summon. Then you can Xyz summon with it, I guess. And if this card's in your graveyard, you can use this effect to add one spell or Phantom Knight spell or trap card from your hand to your deck. Pretty good. We've got the Phantom Knights of Ancient Cloak. We've already seen this one. And now we've got the final two, which is number 86. Heroic Champion, that looks pretty cool. I like it. Looks like a Code Geass mecha, which you love to see because I love Code Geass. So you got 2 or more maximum 5 level 4 warrior monsters. So get this right. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, detach one material from this card. This card gains the effects based on the number of materials attached to it. So cannot be destroyed by battle. So 1 gains 1500 attack or defense. That's 2. Unaffected by other card effects. 3. 4. Your opponent cannot normal or special summon monsters. 5. Once per turn, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. So you can get a maximum of 5 Xyz cards. But if you use something like the kind of rank up card we saw earlier, I know that's not its actual name, but it basically is like a rank up Xyz card. You could get this card, for example. It's only got 1500 attack, but I guess if you use this effect and destroy all your cards your opponent controls, you can literally get them on a fresh attack because this card sets in on their end phase. You could boost this card's own effect or own attack. Yeah, not bad. It's not amazing. I say it's okay, actually, considering very situational. You have to give up a lot to summon him as well. Now we've got our final card, which is the Phantom Knights of Rusty. I struggled pronouncing this yesterday. Bardich. Weird card effect. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll hold on to the other shiny so then you're not just staring at my table. Let's see, this one, 2+ dark monsters. So you can see the arrows. It's got 3 arrows on it. So right, diagonal, bottom left, diagonal, bottom right. See, during your main phase, send one Phantom Knights monster from your deck to your graveyard. Then set one Phantom Knights spell or trap card directly from your deck, which is good. If a Dark Xyz monster is special summoned to a zone that this card points to, while this monster is on the field, except during the damage step, target one card of the field, destroy it. You can use the effect of the Phantom Knights Rusty once per turn. So given that, it's very easy to pick where this card points to, and the fact that you can set trap cards, yeah. So you can only use this effect I think once per turn. Let's see, each effect, so once per turn. So you can use each effect 1 per turn. So you can use it to set a card, and then you can also, right, if a dark monster is special summoned to a monster zone using one of the trap cards, for example, while this card's on the field, you can destroy one card. Let's see, you can destroy one card on the field. So yeah, it's not bad. So you can use it to really bring out a lot of your trap cards and start destroying your opponent. So overall, I'd say this deck pretty good. I'd say probably. What I'd say is, if I do my final thoughts now, whilst we've got a few minutes, I'd say the Aesir deck, in terms of these decks, probably say 8 out of 10. In terms of these three decks, right? These three. I'd say the Destiny Hero deck probably say 6 out of 10. And that would put this deck probably about 7 out of 10. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Yeah, £26 for this set. I'd say it's decent. It's good enough. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. A like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you in another unboxing of random Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.